live. HL1.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, hey. We're live. There's 8 people watching us stare at the fucking screen.
Oh, my video's not even fucking playing.
What's up, guys?
Hey, guys, remember how I said we were going to be here on time tonight? Yeah, well.
I was.
Fucking liar.
I was 30 seconds late. It's been a day, sorry.
I feel like I was fairly on time.
Somebody, some of our viewers, are they saying anything? Okay, we got Christian. Okay.
Nice push,
Thank
Jeff.
you. Thank you.
So how was your fellas? How was your guys' what day is it? Wednesday?
Well, I got home. I rode the motorcycle to work today, and this hat, I love this hat, but it is garbage for riding a motorcycle. Won't stay on forward or backwards. Just sucks. So I got home and like trying to brush all the knots out of my hair from riding without a hat on. Get all that done. Decide we're going to go to town. I'm going to get my Camaro running, bring it back out here from the storage unit. Yeah, keys are were on my nightstand.
Well, that was stupid.
Yeah, so
what'd you do that for?
We at least got dinner at Dusky's, but
yeah,
that was pretty interesting. Like, been charging the battery for a couple days, had it on the charger, and it's like, oh yeah, tonight will be a nice night to go get that car and get it out here. Yeah, battery's all charged, got the battery put in, ready to go. Well, wasn't that a kick in the nuts?
Yeah, we had a.
Sam, you're very loud. You're clipping. If there's any way that you can turn that shit down?
Quit screaming,
yeah.
Sam.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good volume now?
Yeah.
It must have got cranked up. Anyways, I've been working ridiculous hours, but we had a freaking house fire in a neighboring town. And generally, a lot of times when there's a house fire, they do mutual aid just because. So we show up, and the situation was pretty well handled, but, I was still in full bunker gear and an air pack on and everything, just waiting to see if something happened. Well, we stood around for probably 20 minutes, and they were handling the situation, and then they were like, oh, yeah, we need somebody to crawl in underneath the crawl space and make sure there's not flames under there. Why don't you guys go do that? Oh, sure. But, it was all right, and which I can't blame them. They were all in packs and sweating their ass off for an hour or so. So
yeah,
it wasn't too bad. But then I had to get home and finish up what the hell I had to finish before this started. And now I'm drinking a nice Pendleton whiskey. This shit we had on our last podcast, and it changed the podium up.
It did.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, welcome everyone to another episode of Gears and Beers. This is the portion of our podcast where we all get together here on Facebook Live every other Wednesday night at 8:30. And we just kind of, 8:30-ish. We just kind of all hang out, talk about gear. We maybe drink some beers, and we kind of bullshit with our viewers and our followers. So if you haven't joined in on that, if you're listening to this somewhere else at a later date, be sure to follow us on Facebook and get in on the fun. It's always a good time, and we'd love having you. I'm your host, Box, and with me tonight is Johnson and Toad, and one of the sponsors of tonight's episode, Sam from Shyworks. He is Shyworks is Iowa's preferred Cerakote applicator. So I was going to ask how everyone's week was going, but we pretty much covered that before we even got to the introduction. Toad, why like shit?
I got a face full of Fenvistar Eco Cap yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that stuff.
My sprayer blew a gasket on me while I was trying to fix it. And, my face felt like it was on fire for about 3 hours. And didn't matter how many times I flushed it with saline and soap and water. It was just uncomfortable as shit.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah. I coughed for like the rest of the entire day. I probably now. Not good.
Also, before we get into a box, we're going to give away some stickers.
Sure. How do you want to do it?
So I'm going to give away these I'm going to give away Gears and Beers and Shyworks just in like 2 packs or whatever. So to get entered, you got to like the video, share the video, and then comment in the comments there that you shared. I'll enter you in the contest or the drawing at the end. I'll randomly pick out of everybody. And I don't know, send a few sets of these out. And then also randomly throughout the podcast, we'll see if Toad knows anything worth triviaing. And
triviaing.
maybe give away another set or two during that.
Can we keep the topic away from distant relatives of notable people throughout history?
Also, if your name ends in Van Veldhuizen, you can't win anything anymore.
I don't even know if he's watching.
He rarely wins.
Oh, Jay shared. Thank you, Jay. We didn't even ask for it, did we? Thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah, we did. What are you?
Oh, you said it, didn't you? I was kind of spacing off. Not gonna lie,
I'm not gonna lie. When you talk, I just quit thinking.
Yeah, I'm not interested in what you have to say.
I'm really feeling the love, guys. Thanks.
Speaking about not being interested in what you have to say, Sam, which one of these 9 subjects did you want to talk about? I'm going to actually, that's not even a question. I'm going to tell you to talk about that New Frontier C5 that you wanted to talk about. Do you even remember?
Yeah. Yes.
I think it's mostly the dead hook or the dead foot arms brace that you're really
it's
nerding out over, right?
Right. Yes. So if you guys aren't familiar with New Frontier Armory, I'll start with them first. They come out with a lot of cool shit and a lot of AR stuff. And they recently came out with a C5. They call it their C5
PDW.
Yes, it's a receiver set essentially, based on the AR system, and it takes.
Yeah, they sell the complete unit too.
Right.
Receiver set and a complete firearm.
Right. But anyway, it takes MP5 mags, that's the draw to it for me. But I saw a picture of it with a Dead Foot Arms brace, a PDW installed on it. And if you guys aren't familiar with Dead Foot Arms, they're a manufacturer of extremely short PDW braces and stocks. So the fallback to a lot of there's a lot of stuff coming out anymore that's foldable braces. You can just add to your rifle. Well, obviously you can't shoot with that because it takes away the entire buffer system. Therefore, you cannot shoot with it. But Dead Foot Arms came out with a system that actually, they call it their 2.5 inch. It's just basically a nub sticking out the back end. Toad knows all about this. The 2.5 inch. And so it can be fired when it's fully collapsed or folded or whichever way that you.
I'm trying really hard not to fucking laugh, damn it.
God, that is just fun.
I was trying to not acknowledge him, and just encourage the dipshit, I guess.
Sorry, I had to.
I give you plenty of shit. I guess it's only fair.
So anyway, they offer this SCW 2.5 it comes with a tail hook pistol brace on it, and it's a really neat. Quite a unit, and when it's paired with this New Frontier Armory C5, it just looks freaking sick. And if you have like a 4 or 5 inch barrel on it, because it's 9mm, obviously, you got a 9-inch package, something that
I knew that was coming into play.
Yeah, so it's just a really cool system. But the downfall of this obviously is price.
Yeah.
For a pistol caliber, I believe the Deadfoot arms for a pistol caliber, the 2.5 was somewhere around $500 to $600. So it's not freaking cheap, but that's the entire system. You know, it uses its own bolt carrier group and everything. I am looking at one right now on their website. It's for a rifle caliber, and that's that's $425. So that's not quite as horrible.
So I'm looking at it right now. The 2.5 tail hook PDW style brace for 9mm, $600.
Yeah, and that's that's a lot of freaking money.
Yeah.
But I'm really cheesing on it, man. With that C5, it looks freaking cool. The other option, which is a little bit less, and it uses your own bolt carrier. You don't have to have a proprietary bolt carrier. Third try. You don't have to use theirs. You can use just any old bolt carrier. It's a little bit longer. It's 4 inches. So a little bit more is sticking out the back, but still 4 inches. I mean, that's not that bad. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I haven't decided yet. Like I said, I'm really freaking cheesing on it, and I might just pull the trigger and buy all that shit, and just because I want to have one. I don't have a use for it. I may use it as a truck gun, possibly. I mean, it worked pretty good, you know, to throw in your laptop bag or whatever. You know, it's so small that you got quite a little system here. So I don't know. What is your guys' Johnson? I know when I was talking to you a while back about it, the price, you really balked on it and was like, holy shit.
Well, I mean, so the pistol that you want to put it on, this New Frontier pistol, is $800.
Mm-hmm.
And then you spend another $600 on the pistol brace that goes on the back of it. It just seems
I wouldn't be buying
excessive, but
I wouldn't be buying the full gun. I just buy the receiver set and build it as its own, basically an AR build, an AR style build. So I wouldn't be spending $800 right up front on that. I mean,
right, but I mean, I guess I don't know how much the receiver set is, but all I know is building guns piece by piece is generally more expensive than, because you end up upgrading everything instead of just having the standard stuff that it comes with, the handguard and the barrel and the trigger and everything else you put in. It ends up costing more than the cheap stuff they put in it, so it costs more.
Right. But also, this would be featured in a video, so it would definitely be a business write-off. I mean, well, let's be honest here.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I just building it. I just as far as the cost goes, I think it's to spend almost as much on, just a pistol brace as a lot of the other parts. It's pretty outlandish in my eyes, I guess. But
yeah, I mean, I can't argue with you, and I haven't decided if I'll pull the trigger. I just been cheesing on the freaking Grand Power Strybog so long, and I can't find them in stock anywhere. So I'm just like, well, screw you. I'm gonna build my own style that I like then. But
yeah,
you mean that guy up at Northwest Iowa Firearms can't find one?
Nobody. They're out of stock, freaking everywhere.
And not to mention, you gave me a bunch of shit about spending $200 on a handguard.
It wasn't $200. You spent like $260 on a handguard.
Okay, $260 on a handguard. You're gonna spend over double that on a freaking buttstock. So don't give me no shit.
I didn't say I was gonna spend it. I said I was thinking about it, possibly, maybe. I don't know yet.
And you said, well, I probably just go ahead and get it.
Yeah, and Stefan says some of those PCCs can be finicky. Yeah, they can, but most likely, I mean, it's only going to be most likely it'd just be a range toy, something for shits and giggles and to get my jollies off, really, and that's essentially probably it. Maybe I don't know, maybe throw a suppressor on it and have some shits and giggles, but I don't know yet. So yeah, that's what I've done.
Become a manufacturer and make it full auto and.
Well, yeah, that's, I mean, October's coming pretty soon. I'm going to be switching to manufacturer status here shortly, so
see what I mean.
We'll see. SOT is really damn expensive, though.
Oh, for Pete's sake, for a guy like you, it's just a drop in the bucket.
Well, anyways, that's about all I got to say about that one. So that's what I've been cheesing after lately.
I got something I've been looking at, and I just can't bring myself to do it. But you guys know how particular I am with my knives and how sharp they are and whatnot. And I see Nick Worth is watching, so he knows for sure. But I've been looking for something to put a little bit better edge on some of the knives I make. I mean, the 1,000, 2,000 grip belts do just a fine job, but I've been hearing about these Wicked Edge series sharpeners. They're all U.S. made, and I was talking to a guy in one of my bladesmithing groups the other day, and he was like, you need to get a Wicked Edge Pro Gen 3. So I look it up, and if you guys look at this thing, it looks sweet.
I'll throw a picture up, Toad.
Until you look at the price. It's not $200. It's not $300. It's not even $500. It is $900 for a knife sharpener.
Yeah.
Well, is it the bee's knees?
Yeah, it's supposed to be
Frickin' better be.
No shit. They have.
It's like the best thing out there right now.
They have. Toad, did you know that they also have a commercial series sharpener that's $1,300?
I saw that too. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And but yeah, apparently you can just get super precise angles and everything with this, and it supposedly just makes any knife you put in it just absolutely razor sharp.
Oof.
I guess their stones are like the highest quality and everything else, and it's like I keep looking at it and it's like
I better lick my stones for $900.
Yeah, you gotta be sharpening a lot of knives for something like that.
Well, I mean, if Toad's thinking about making a shitload of knives,
no, I know that's what I'm saying.
It would make sense, I guess.
That was kind of my thought too. But then I started thinking about that. Like, you know, I do this summer. I've already made 3, and I plan on making about 15 to 20 more. And I'm like, boy, I could really use that. But I could always use that $900 on like a new pistol or something like that, you know. So I really want it. Well, I don't want to buy it.
And think of even $900 could go a long ways, even in just materials for making more knives or other blacksmithing products. You know,
that's the other thing too, because I want to get a 2x72 belt grinder with like a 2 horsepower motor and a VFD variable speed control.
Yeah,
and they're anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000, you know.
Right. So I mean, it's you can already put a pretty good edge on knives. So it's like, you know, as far as
it's just
making something, and
I thought it was a cool piece of gear, and
yeah,
I mean, it's definitely something maybe down the road I'll buy. But
it's definitely cool. Like, and you know, there's a lot of that kind of style sharpeners out there, like the clamp style on a guide, but they're not like all the stones and stuff aren't on Heim joints and hold a consistent angle, and you know, it's super cool.
Because I have the Lansky system.
Yeah,
the guides and that works, but boy, you better have some time to sit down and do it.
Right.
That was my neat piece of gear.
So apparently the theme is ridiculously expensive shit tonight.
Apparently.
Mine's not.
Yeah, yours is relatively cheap.
Yeah. Mine's the cheapest thing we've looked at so far.
Oh, it's you?
Wow, what a dick.
I'm sorry.
You're a real dick.
I'm sorry. You're not cheap.
The thing I wanted to look at is the Holosun HS510C with the Holosun's 3x Magnifier. I just picked this combo up, and it's $475 for basically like a holographic sight and the magnifier. The magnifier comes with a flip to side mount, and they're both absolute co-witness, but they come with the lower third co-witness risers. And I picked this up and put on my 10.5 inch pistol build, and I'm loving them so far. Like, just Holosun really has surprised me. Like, their quality is pretty damn good, and like that, it's got the shake awake technology on the sight, and it's got like the solar panel on it, so it's solar assisted to make the battery last longer and stuff. I'm a real big fan so far.
It does seem like a pretty solid unit.
How do you like using a magnifier on a red dot though? I don't think that'd be something I enjoy at all.
So I thought it was going to bother me a lot more than it does. The only thing I don't like is that it's not like a true holographic, like an EOTech or like the Vortex Huey deal, where so when you flip the magnifier into your line of sight, your reticle gets bigger by 3 times also.
Yeah.
Right. So that's kind of the shitty thing. So you go from like a 2 MOA dot to a 6 MOA dot. So for real small targets, like I've got like that 8-inch gong hanging at 200 yards, pretty well covers up the target. But for like man-sized targets, it really wouldn't be too much of an issue. But
which is generally, I mean.
And for like that,
for a self-defense gun, that's usually what is going to be the deal.
Right, and that's what I built that thing for. Is like that's just kind of my everything, protect the house gun.
Right.
Is that a carbine length?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Carbine length gas system. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm really happy with how the whole thing turned out, but that optic I think was kind of the icing on the cake for me. I really like that optic setup, because I was really on the fence between like a 1-6 or a 1-4 versus doing like one of these flip to side magnifiers, and I was really hesitant to pull the trigger on it because I have a 1-6 and I've got like a fixed 5 power on another gun, and it's like I think it's because I'm comfortable with them, I'm used to them. I wanted to get another one, but then it's like, well, I've already got a rifle with a 1-6 on it. Let's try something different, and I'm happy I did. I'm really happy with the quality of it, and I've used it a bit and shot like out of that 200-yard gong, and have been able to hit freestanding at 200 with it. So
Holosun has really stepped up their game in the last few years, and really starting to take a pretty good chunk of the market. And Box, I didn't put this in the notes about what we're talking about, but I think this would be a good time to bring it up. I wanted to talk about it on the podcast, but we didn't get to it. And that is carry optics. And Johnson, did you have anything else to interject with that?
No, I just see some comments here. James says they're starting to sell a lot of Holosun. A lot of people don't like the magnifiers, end up going with a 1-4, and I could see that. I think that's something that you would definitely know pretty quickly.
Right.
Like, even if you borrowed a buddy's or like went to the store and held them, and kind of looked through them and actually, I don't know, it'd be hard in the store. If you got to take it outside and actually get some range time with one, you'd know pretty quickly whether you liked it or not. I don't know
if I would like it. I mean, is this something that like, I mean, does anybody in the military use this sort of thing? Like the infantry troops and shit, are they using this magnifiers or? So
like on the Mark 18s, they use like an EOTech with a magnifier on some of them. I mean, there's obviously a bunch of different options for optics out, but there is some limited use of EOTechs and magnifiers out there. But I think they're starting to really make the switch towards low power variable optics too.
Sure.
But for me, I think it was mostly the weight. Like that other gun that I've got that's got the 1-6 on it, it's just so damn heavy, and I think it's a little bit of weight savings, and I don't need, even on a 1-4 power, it's going to be a little heavier, I think, probably than the red dot and the magnifier. But yeah, I think it's something you should look at and kind of weigh your options. There's a ton of videos and stuff out there on the pros and cons of each, and comparisons. But
right. Well, as far as Holosun, I pretty much made up my mind that that's going to be my carry optic when I switch over. as far as on my Glock 19. But the situation that I've run into now is I got that essentially 43X, and I'm looking for a red dot to put on that, but obviously it's a slim slide. So it's not just, I mean, you can't just slap a freaking RMR or a Holosun on there or anything. So you can with an adapter plate, but then it's wider. I don't know. I'm just not, I don't like the look of it. And I don't think I just don't think I'd like it. So
didn't Nikon make a slimmer one?
I don't know. I guess I don't know. The only one that I've really found is Shield RMS red dot. And I wanted to ask you guys about this and give me your opinion on it. As far as carry optics, like I'm a big, I love Sage Dynamics. As far as a carry optic, if he says it's good to carry, I'm cool with that because he puts them through test after test. When he says they're good, they're freaking good for you to carry. He tested this Shield RMS and no bueno, but here is my thinking on it. Like, if you have it that it co-witnesses, or at least that you can see your sights through it. Generally, when you're in a carry situation, your red dot's going to be fine forever, until you get into a situation where, obviously you need to use it. And if it gets really ugly, say that you drop the gun, say that you break the optic and you can't see the red dot anymore. Is it worth it to I guess what I'm trying to say is, do you think it's okay to carry an optic that is not going to be, if you drop it, it's going to freaking break? If you drop it on its top, that it's going to freaking break. I mean, is that because I don't have another option on a 43X?
To me, I don't know. That's a hard one. I know you and I talked about it, and to me, that's I don't know. Like, if you want to go off of his torture test on it, it's like, he puts it through, dropping it from shoulder height and stuff. It's like, how often is your carry gun go through that?
Right.
And that's the thing, is if it does go through it, replace it. I mean,
absolutely.
I understand that, like, okay, you're in a situation, you draw your pistol, somebody knocks it out of your hand, or, you fall, say you get tripped up or something and it hits the ground and it breaks. Like, yeah, I can see where that would be an issue, but I don't know. You got to weigh it out, like you could spend double the money and have something that's bulletproof, or I don't know.
Well,
there's many different,
yeah,
pros and cons to each side.
The way that I'm thinking of it, I mean, say that carry optics, it's strong enough, it's tested enough that it's going to be fine in my holster for years and years, no issues. But in the instance that I actually have to use it, and say somebody knocks it out of my hand, say I drop it, at that point, it's a freaking it's a wrestling match essentially, or you're in such close quarters. Guess what? You're not using the freaking sights anyways. When you're that close. So I don't know. It's not like I want to put a $10 optic on this. It's not like the Shield arms. The Shield is that. It's not exactly a cheap optic. But it seems to be really the only.
And it's not like it's made of paper mache either. Like it's still gonna hold up to a little bit of banging around. It's not like it's
And the other thing is, if you can see your sights through that, and it does quit anyways, and you can still see your sights, why not? If it does quit, you still have a way to aim. But Box, what's your thoughts on this?
I think if I wanted a red dot on a carry pistol, I would carry at least a compact. I wouldn't carry a subcompact.
Yeah, but you've seen the 43X. It's
Yeah, I know. That's my point. There's not that much size difference. So no, if you want a red dot, why not carry the 18 and have a red dot that you want and you can trust?
Oh, I'll carry
because
the 18.
The 18 is a fully auto.
Did I say 18?
Yeah, you did.
I'll take an 18.
You did.
I'm pretty sure I said 19. But okay.
Well, yes, anyway,
Yeah.
For me, a 19, I don't like to carry it. It's not comfortable for me.
You don't like to carry it, Sam, because you don't carry it enough. God damn it. If you would just listen to me and carry every day of your life, you would not even notice it.
Why can't you just let me be me? I like to carry the 43 and the 43X. That's what I like.
Because your theories are always conflicting and shit. You're like, I want this and I have this trouble, but it can be solved just by carrying.
So regardless of, like, whether you're carrying the 19 or the 43, do you think you need to spend top dollar and get like the most bulletproof badass red dot if you're going to carry, for a carry optic? Or do you think like a Vortex Venom or a Loophole Delta Point Pro or, something other than the almighty Trijicon RMR is a viable option?
Wait, don't you have a Trijicon RMR?
Yeah, but it's overpriced. I wouldn't buy another one.
Right.
Well, I would.
I mean, they're good. We're not knocking Trijicon. They're excellent.
Right. I'm just saying I don't think it should be the only option for the end-all, be-all carry optic or, pistol red dot. I don't.
Right. Well, Chris says, just throwing this out there, do we need optics on a carry gun? I don't think it's needed in daily carry. I disagree because I shoot quite a bit with a red dot and without a red dot. With a red dot, I am way better. I mean, I just am. Target acquisition a lot quicker. Accuracy is a lot better. So, I mean, really, if I'm gonna carry daily and trust my life to something, I'm gonna have it to be the best piece of machinery that I can
just give you the best odds.
Give me the best.
You shoot better with a red dot, you got better odds. But
absolutely.
And is it required? No. But if it makes you a better shooter, why wouldn't you?
Right, absolutely. And I to this day I still don't yet. I do not.
If it makes you a worse shooter, either practice with it more until it makes you a better shooter, or don't use one. I mean,
right.
Right.
Absolutely. So I don't know. I'm torn. I'm really torn which way to go on this whole deal. I think what I'll do is I'll just end up buying the damn thing, see how I like it, shoot quite a bit with it. If I like it, start carrying it and call it good, because it's not like it's going to freaking fall apart on me or anything like that.
Yeah.
It might. You don't know that.
He's right,
You're a real son of a bitch, Bob.
It very well could
I'm just saying,
fall apart someday.
He did a torture test. He didn't do a longevity test.
Right.
Oh, speaking of things falling apart, Sam, I bought some of those ETS mags for my Vector, like you had for your Glock. Don't drop those out the magwell, because they come apart and the spring launches into the stratosphere and you never find them.
It shoots the base plate off.
Yeah,
mock penis and all the shit flies out. You're lucky it didn't have any rounds in it.
Yeah, I mean, it just gone. I'm like, where the fuck is the spring?
I've seen like a 30 or 35, whatever they are, round mag dropped. Somebody dropped it like off a picnic table, and I mean to tell you, just freaking confetti at 9mm everywhere. I was like, oh no.
Yeah. I use them on the. I got only a couple. I will use them on the range, but that's literally it. I probably won't buy that.
Some people don't even like to use them on the range because they get so pissed off with how often they fail.
I don't know. I bought some Magpul ones instead.
Yeah.
Oh well, while we were just talking about carrying, so we might as well move on. Sam, I'm stealing one of your topics because I didn't have shit tonight.
Real cool box, real cool. I had like 14 topics.
You couldn't come up with anything?
I got home at like 6:30 tonight, Toad. I had a little bit more to do. So this next thing is called the Stinger Hl1 Holster.
Ugh.
God, I feel like I know I've seen it before, but I think last time I saw it, I might have been so pissed off at it that I was like, no, we're not talking about that piece of shit.
Memory.
Isn't it awesome?
No, it is god awful. what it is, I'm sure a lot of you have seen these trigger guard holsters where the holster doesn't cover any part of the gun other than the trigger guard, and the belt clip is on that part. What this one is, it's aluminum and it attaches to your rail, and it has a hinge on it, so it flips up. It flips over your trigger guard and snaps on, and your belt clip is on that. But then to make your gun usable, your finger flips it down, which I'll throw a picture up on here real quick of the steps, and it's just absolutely useless and a terrible idea. I don't understand. Like, the belt clip is one of the worst goddamn belt clips I've ever seen in my life. And who's to say what's stopping that from flipping open when it's in your pants? I do not understand, like, one bit. I'm gonna throw up just to show you the terrible.
You're gonna throw up? I don't know.
It's that bad. It's gonna puke.
How terrible the belt clip is. I mean,
what in the fuck is that?
Right? And look at the belt clip. How stable does that look like it would be on your belt?
It's about an inch and a quarter long. You know.
There's no way that your gun would be stable in there.
No.
Whoever built that abortion needs slapped.
Just god awful. And I don't know how. I didn't even look at the price. Whatever it is, it's overpriced.
It's $70, $69.99.
What?
Jesus.
Are you fucking kidding me? I guess it's all aluminum, but it's still a piece of garbage.
That's with a laser in it.
Yeah, it does have a laser.
If you get the one without the laser,
of course,
$45.
Of course.
Yeah. So the
non-laser. That's a real high quality
$45.
laser, then. I mean.
Yeah, $15.
Yeah.
God, just
quite a unit.
I don't even know how to. No, I'm just speechless by it.
Let's think about this. Why would somebody want this thing?
Because they think less is more when it comes to holsters.
Dude, can I show you?
That is wrong.
Can I show
Johnson.
you the video? Let me
God.
see if you guys can see this, dude.
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's friggin' tiny. Can't see shit. Oh wow, that's.
So you just flip it down with your finger?
Yeah. There's not. From what I can tell,
holds it up?
That's what I was saying. From what I can tell, it's just like a regular Kydex holster, which is just kind of snaps over the trigger guard.
I bet that's what it does. I bet it just snaps.
The thing that cracks me up is like trigger on, laser on. Ooh.
Fancy.
And then it locks out. It locks out once it's in the out position, and then you have to press down the reset button to get it to cover back.
Yeah, so it has a lock to stay open, but not to stay safe.
Right.
I think so.
People do not buy shit like this. Buy a real holster. Something that's designed to be carried.
Like, I'm on the Amazon. They sell it on Amazon here. That's how you, and it's compatible with major brand handguns: Glock, Smith & Wesson, Springfield, Walther, Sig Sauer, CZ. So I bet it's compatible with all of these, and there's not an option. The only option is right or left hand, so it's not gun specific. So all it's doing, it's not clipping over the trigger guard. It's just pressure held up there a little bit, and then you flip it down.
It can't be much, because how much force can you apply with your finger like that, pressing down? Not a whole lot.
No.
So, dude,
it's just kind of flopping around there.
No.
Have you seen their other products?
No, I never want to see another one of their products ever again.
Oh my god. I'm just scrolling their website and it makes my brain hurt.
What else? What other shit do they have?
Platinum limited edition, new design, new feature. Glass breaker, seatbelt cutter, cable whip.
That's all one product?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That's how you know it's a good product.
They've got the Stinger whip, which is just a standalone cable whip. And then They've got a USB charger emergency escape tool. So it's a USB charger for your phone. But when you unplug it, you use the part that you plug in, and it has a spring-loaded glass breaker on the end, and then a seatbelt cutter on the side. Because,
That's what I want in my emergency tool that's going to save my life. I also want to be able to charge my fucking cell phone, because that's important.
Yep.
Well, all right.
Does it have Bluetooth?
Hold on. I actually see a little bit of merit in that particular device. But, well, so what happens, say you're driving solo through the Rocky Mountains, a snowstorm hits, you go off the road, you have to extricate yourself from the vehicle, and your phone's dead. Can't call for help. Oh, hey, my glass breaker seatbelt cutter's got a phone charger in it.
Well, it's not a phone charger. It's literally just the piece that plugs into the cigarette lighter of your car.
All right, I retract my statement. That's fucking retarded.
Like, that's the power, like the plug-in part. So the glass breaker is the little metal plunger on the end of your cigarette lighter adapter.
See, I thought it had like a little battery pack in it.
No.
I want to burn this place down.
That useful.
God damn it.
Belly band holster, one size fits most.
They've
got a frickin' 357 revolver, like a 357 Taurus, in this belly band holster, and then 6 410 shotgun shells.
Good Lord.
Dude, this place needs fucking shut the fuck down. They're gonna get somebody fucking killed.
It's Stinger is the company?
Yeah.
Where are they out of?
TheStingerTools.com. Don't go there. No, I shouldn't have even said that. Nobody on this stream go there.
Go there. Just don't buy anything.
Yeah, you can go there and laugh, but Houston, Texas.
Interesting.
Poor Houston.
You would sure think Texans are smarter than that.
You'd think they'd be better than that.
We should let the Texans know. They probably don't know what's going on down there. They'll kick those bastards out. Send them over to California or something, somewhere they belong.
You realize what the fuck is going on in your state?
Look at this bullshit that's coming out of your city.
Right.
God, okay, enough of that. I'm tired of talking about it. It's gonna upset.
It's like an abortion clinic.
Do we want to talk about? We're pretty well out of other shit to talk about. Do we want to talk about a meetup? We've got plenty of time. I think it's a good time to talk about a meetup.
Yeah, let's talk about meat.
You would like that.
So we've been talking about it ever since we started this frickin' group, LSLF meetup. And, just kicking the idea around forever. Well, last week, we went out to the range, and Mike Worth, actually, big shout out to you. Nick, if you're watching, I think he's watching right there. Tell your dad we freaking love him. That damn dueling tree is badass to the bone, dude. So, anyways, he gave us a dueling
enough
tree.
About that.
Huh?
He doesn't want to talk about the shooting.
Said that's enough about that. Let's go on with the meeting.
Yeah, I kicked their asses like up and down. It was glorious.
So he'll hear all about it next time.
I wasn't there, so it wasn't really a fair competition.
No, I would have kicked your ass too.
No, you wouldn't.
So there was a lot of running involved.
Come on. I just got to wear proper shoes. Doc Martens just click on the bottom.
So anyway, our idea is that we want to have anybody that wants to come out, you can be involved in the shooting competition, and I'll get to that here shortly, what we're thinking on that. And then there's like, I don't know, a $5-10 entry or whatever. That's not to us. The winner, maybe first, second prize or whatever, will get the pot, essentially, or a prize, whatever you guys.
Like we'll probably pay out first and second place.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty good. Yeah. So anyways, once that's taken care of, then we're going to do grilling, some goat steaks, and drinking a lot of beer. So I think that's the plan. We just need to figure out when exactly we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
So I know July is hotter than bejesus, but I mean we can wait until September, October. Then who the hell knows if it'll ever happen.
Yeah.
So anyway, the competition that we were talking about. See if you guys are interested in this. I'll try to explain this the best way that Sam knows how, because he's not very good at explaining things. If one of you other fellows wants to take it, you're more than welcome to. But
You're making it sound like you have this all real planned out down to a T when we're just like, we could do this and we could do this.
So the competition aspect, I think what the competition aspect that we've kind of decided on, or we've at least been talking about, is we're going to do, say we have 8 guys that want to compete in this dueling tree competition. So what we'll do is we'll do build drills for time. That'll set your qualifying position. And then we'll build a bracket out of the qualifying times. And then we'll just obviously do, I don't know if we should do best 2 out of 3 or just single elimination.
Probably best 2 out of 3.
Yeah. So switch sides each time, something like that. But we'll do like a double elimination bracket, basically, out of all of our entries, and top 2 will get paid. I think second place will probably get like double their entry fee or something, and then winner takes the pot. But yeah, it's basically going to be dueling tree in the center, and then 3 targets outside of that, each getting progressively farther away. And you'll go from dueling tree, sprint to your first target, shoot, sprint back to the dueling tree, shoot your 1 target across, back and forth, etc. And then you eventually both meet back at the dueling tree, and whoever gets all the targets the other side wins.
That's not the only shooting that we can do either. This is pretty much just going to be us hanging out, having a good time.
Yeah, that's just going to be the competition aspect of it. Not everybody, you don't obviously have to be involved in the competition aspect of it. If you want to just come hang out, drink beer, whatever, that's cool too.
Yeah, it's a very informal event. If we want to have another paid event there while we're just all hanging out bullshitting, then so be it, whatever.
Right.
Anything goes.
I mean, this isn't going to be like a replacement for Freedom Fest. That's not going to be a big ordeal. It's just going to be a bunch of people out here out of my place at the range, shooting for a little bit, and then get done with that, and we'll drink some beer and probably grill something, hang out. So
yeah, absolutely.
Is it going to be a sleepover?
Can be.
He's got an awful lot of land out there. If you want to bring a tent, and
you want to bring a tent,
you can get as drunk as you want.
You want to bring your camper. I don't have any hookups, but if you want to park your camper out here, bring a tent. Yeah, that's absolutely cool.
I think that'd be the best way to do it. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Maybe I'll buy a keg.
There you go.
So we should probably throw in the group or something. If you're not in our Facebook group, go ahead and join that. That's probably where we're going to do a lot of the scheduling and shit for that. We should probably put a poll or something in there to find out, really try and nail down what
you're
days.
Just always thinking about polls, aren't you?
Yes, I love me some polls. We want to get the date that works for the most people, so we can get as many people there as possible. Obviously, I mean, we've been telling you guys we've been trying to do something like this for a long time, and we want to make it awesome for everyone. So join in on helping us out scheduling it.
I got a trivia question.
Oh, I had
some stickers. Ooh. All right, let's do two. So my trivia question is, what year did the United States military introduce the M1 carbine?
Ooh,
Toad?
Good one.
I'm not playing with stickers.
Toad, if you know, text it to us.
Yeah.
And the first person to put it in the comments gets a set of stickers. Shyworks and Gears and Beers and a Shyworks. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you.
So did anybody read the comment from James earlier that says, I've won and I don't get shit?
I don't think he ever won.
He won something. You definitely never paid out.
Well, James had to deliver something to somebody, so he had the prizes in his hands.
Right.
I think he had to give them to Cole, maybe, was it?
That Cole, yeah.
Yeah.
Mike says 44.
Mike, you're closer than Cole. Cole said 1930. Mike's closer. But nobody's right yet.
Oh god, people are just gonna start guessing up
Yeah,
from
spamming numbers.
No doing that shit. It doesn't count.
I don't know. It's a good question. I'm gonna say. I don't know. Well, I'm not gonna say anything because then that'll.
Mike, I'll say you're closer yet, but you're still not there.
Are we playing hotter and colder?
Maybe.
Ooh, Chris, you're just as close as Mike.
You're just as close as
Oh.
Mike. Oh, I wonder what it could be.
Oh, who's gonna put it first? Who's gonna put it first?
This is probably riveting.
Toad, you missed.
This is probably riveting. This is riveting to listen to on the podcast.
I know the date you're thinking, Johnson, but that's the design. The date I texted you was a design date.
Yeah, that's the design date. That's not the introduction to the military.
So yeah, if you're listening to this podcast on the podcast,
Ooh, Cole gets it.
Of course.
I apologize.
Oh, Cole, you got it from Mike by about
3 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah, that was close.
Cole, shoot me.
1942.
Cole, shoot me your address again. I'm sure. I know you. I don't know if you did already, but if you did, I probably lost it. So go ahead and shoot it to me again, and I'll send you some stickers.
All right, Toad. What's your trivia question?
Boy, this one should be pretty easy for any fans of military history, but it's a person born in 1887 in Pall Mall, Tennessee. He was a conscientious objector, got drafted into World War I, became an absolutely outstanding soldier, captured 132 Germans by himself, and won the Medal of Honor. And I want to say, I think he was the highest decorated soldier of World War I. Who was he?
I think I.
Is it Tom Bodette with Motel 6?
He left the light on for you.
Is it the same guy that you wanted Box to do as?
Yeah.
Yeah, thought so.
I thought somebody would have known this off the top. Cole, I'm disappointed in you. I haven't seen a comment yet. There he goes.
Alvin York.
Cole.
So what? Do I still got to send him 2 sets of stickers now?
Well, he's something.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing Cole for the last several Gears and Beers. So apparently he only shows up when we do trivia somehow.
Cole, question. Have you shared this? Have you shared?
Oh.
Well, technically, we didn't say you had to share it to be entered in the trivia.
Know.
So
I just to enable, to be able to get both. Maybe he shouldn't, share it out.
Yeah. He already gets the 1 set. He probably gets 2 sets, and maybe whatever else I feel like sending him.
Yeah. All right. And we'll give it to him. He is always. I mean, we always see him in the comment section, even if he's.
Yes, sir. Well, Cole, we appreciate it. I'll send me your address. I think I just gave him to James last time he won. I think, if I remember right. Send me your address. I'll throw him in a. Envelope and get him.
You might as well throw Mike in there.
Yeah.
Throw Mike some too. I mean,
Mike. Tell you what, Mike
answered both correctly, and he was only 3 seconds behind on the 1942.
Mike, next time you're in Kingsley, stop in the shop. I will give you all the stickers your little heart can desire.
Oh boy, bold strategy, Cotton.
What if he's really got a thing for stickers, Sam?
Mike's going to be driving home in the entire back window. You won't even be able to see it. It's just going to be plastered with Shy Works and Gears and Beers.
Yeah, that'll be all right.
Well, do we have anything else to talk about? Anything from you guys? It's not written down?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
About covers it. About covers her.
I know has anybody found a good line on ammo?
Negative.
My reloading press.
Well, that is not a good line on ammo.
It is for me.
Well, I understand that.
It's not. It's starting to. I mean, you see it here and there. It's starting to come back a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Is it as bad as it? I don't pay too close attention. Is it as bad as it was 2 months ago?
I went to Fleet Farm, and I bought 2 boxes of 5.56. They had 2 boxes of Agula 300 round boxes.
Mm-hmm.
That was basically the only 223 or 5.56 they had left, short of like 60 cent a round, like Hornady Super Formants or some shit. And I think I paid like 36 cents a round or something for it, which wasn't awful. So I got 600 rounds of that, and there was no 9, no 40, no 45. I mean, there was a little bit of 45, but like 380, 9, and 40 were gone. 223 gone. 7.62 by 39 empty. It was like it was pretty thin.
I scored a couple hundred rounds of 9 at Fleet Farm last week.
Yeah.
$11 a box.
Yeah, they
Not
were
bad.
completely out when I went there the other day.
So I think we only had like 2 shares. I mean, really paltry turnout on this one. Jay Nelson, I believe I sent him the stickers before, and Chris. So I got a coin, it's a Shireworks coin. So
You're so fancy.
Yeah. So Jay, you get this side. Chris gets the other side. Oh, Chris, there it is. Chris, whenever those fucking sites from Taurus show up,
What are you doing about this?
I ordered those like 4 months ago and they still haven't shown up. Maybe I should call them. Yep, I'll give you some stickers when those show up. So, cheers.
So-
Here we go.
I was just on AmmoSeek. The cheapest brass case 9mm ammo on AmmoSeek is 24.7 cents a round.
That's not very good.
That is really expensive. I wonder what aluminum case is.
Well, I think that's all we have for you tonight, everybody. Coming up on an hour. Like I said at the top of the show, we do this every other Wednesday on Facebook Live. Just kind of come on in here and hang out and bullshit. Join us on there. Join our Facebook group. You can find us on YouTube. You can find the main portion of our podcast on most major podcast providers. There's a lot. What is there, 30 some episodes of that on there now? So we've got way more than Gears of Beers on there.
We're getting, total episodes with Gears and Beers and LSLF is getting close to 40. So,
Don't
Hey,
look for us
Johnson.
on Gunstreamer anymore.
what?
Don't look for us on Gunstreamer anymore.
Why? What happened?
Like closed shop.
Really?
Yeah, I got an email from them the other day saying another casualty of 2020. I was like, oh, wonder who it is. And they're like, we regret to inform you
It's
that
us.
we are closing our doors. It's like, oh, well,
Huh.
fuck off then.
Interesting.
Hey, Johnson.
Yes.
J&G Sales has a 1,000-round case of Steeler and Bellot 9mm for 19 cents a round. $189 for 1,000 rounds.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad.
All right. So once again, thanks for joining us, guys. I don't think I have anything else to say. Be sure to check out Shireworks. Sam here does some pretty great work with Cerakote. And if you need some photography or videography stuff done, check my site out at Ballistic Imagery. You can also find me on Instagram and I think that's it. Instagram, Facebook, and my website, ballisticimagery.com. All that same shit for Shireworks, except it's Shireworks, not Ballistic Imagery. So,
Yep.
I believe that's it. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Sam, take her away.
Yep. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Appreciate it. Be sure to tune back in 2 weeks. Check us out on our major podcast providers for past episodes. And until we talk to you next time, remember, life's short, live free, God bless, and God bless America.
We're
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah.